has one of the most recognizable names in golf, a name synonymous with quality, dominance and excellence, a name you trust completely, yet if you met him walking down the street, the average golfer and probably most tour pros wouldn't have the first clue who he is. I'm talking, of course, about Bob Vokey, the famous Titleist wedge maker. And he's been grinding away in his little workshop for 2 years solid to bring us the new SM8 Vokey wedges. Now, if you're expecting fanfare and bells and whistles, you're in the wrong place, because one of the luxuries of having just about 50% of all PGA Tour pros already using your product and already being widely regarded as the best is that you don't have to change very much. Having said that, there is plenty to tell you about in the SM8. The nice thing about Vokey wedges is they don't really market spin and bite and shredding the skin off golf balls like all the other brands do. What they do say is that Vokey wedges spin just as good as all the other wedges in the market, but theirs simply last longer. 100% of the machine grooves are inspected for conformity, micro grooves between the grooves are then added, and the whole impact area then undergoes a heat treatment to make them last longer. What's also cool, and what they don't tell you, is that if you buy a raw finish SM8, the grooves are machined in ever so slightly differently so that they'll perform exactly the same as the others. So no, Titleist don't really bother with spin talk. That is sorted. What they do like to talk about is center of gravity location in their wedges. It started in the SM6 wedges, but now it's all but perfected in these SM8s. Simply put, as the wedge loft gets higher, the center of gravity location on the face, aka the sweet spot, well, that gets higher up the face. Now, Vokey wedges in lower lofts, say in the pitching wedge range, they're actually designed to launch high, while the higher lofted wedges that you use close to the green, they're designed to fizz the ball away on a lower trajectory with tons of spin and all the bite of an angry terrier. One little anomaly Vokey have addressed in the SM8 is the problem in high loft wedges of the ball kind of running up the face in the strike, kind of popping up and landing short. Now the problem was the center of gravity in the high loft, well, it was too far back and it created too much what's called a dynamic loft. In the SM8, this has been fixed by sinking variable length hosels with high density tungsten in the toe to push the center of gravity forward without altering how the club plays. It even improves the club head's desire to return to square at the moment of impact, say Titleist. As always with Titleist, you get a huge number of loft and grind options. There are 6 grinds to be precise: F, K, S, M, L and D. Now we have a totally separate video with Titleist authority on grinds, Jeremy Stone, which serious players have to watch before choosing the right one for you. But to make it super simple, F grind, think F for full, wedges you want to hit with big full swing shots. K grind, think K for kind, friendly wedges with high bounce for bunkers and chipping around the green. S grind, think S for square, for players who like a square face. M grind, think M for manipulate, for players who like to manipulate the face and play all kinds of trick shots. L grind, think L for links. These are low bounce wedges, perfect for firm conditions. And finally, D grind, think D for double. You get the best of what you get in the M and K grinds in high loft and with high bounce, all in a player's package. Now, as always with Vokey wedges, they are just class to look at, and the SM8 are designed with minimal writing on the back because everybody nowadays likes to get their wedges stamped. I like actually to write my yardage that I hit the wedge on the back with a Sharpie, so I guess there's room for that too. Now there are a number of finishes to choose from in SM8. You have Tour Chrome, well you can call that one the standard one really, kind of traditional, minimal reflection. You have Jet Black. Oh, this one is ridiculously cool. I suppose practically great on a bright day, but mainly because it's ridiculously cool. And then you have Brushed Steel, which is kind of a gorgeous neutral brush steel textured look. And watch out too for those raw options of SM8 as they come up on golfbidder.com. So there they are, the new SM8 wedges, or simply magnificent 8 wedges from Bob Vokey. No doubt the most trusted man in golf is already back in his workshop, diligently working on number 9. Now be sure to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy our Golf Bidder reviews, and make sure to follow us across all social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We love seeing your blingy bag pics on Instagram, and I'm sure there's going to be some jet black SM8s in there soon. From me for now though, it's Donal, out.